In this video, I'm going to review the Ryobi HP router, put it through the paces, test it out, and then tell you how it compares to the Ryobi brushed router and even the Milwaukee M18 fuel router. This is going to be a fantastic video. Let's go. Okay, so what we're testing out, just to make sure we're on the same page, it's the Ryobi ONE+ HP router. I'm also going to be using a 4 amp hour Edge battery in this router. We'll open that in a second. Just so you know, anytime you're looking at any kind of Ryobi tools, if you see ONE+, that's talking about the battery platform, and it's their 18-volt platform that has like over 300 tools that you can get. But ONE+ doesn't always mean brushless. For that, you want to look for the HP logo. HP stands for high performance. All of the Ryobi HP line of tools have brushless motors, which is going to mean more power, longer runtime, and also just basically a better quality and more high performance motor. Another way you can identify the HP tools is usually the logo, the Ryobi logo, has a black background versus a gray background. If you're a tool nerd like me, you'll notice those kind of things. All right, let's open up this box. Okay, so what comes in the boxes? In the router box, obviously, you're getting the tool itself, the router. Then you're also getting this attachable dust port. Then you're getting, this is a really cool feature that I'm really excited about. You're getting an edge guide right here. So you can basically attach these two rods here to the tool, which attaches to the edge guide. I'll demonstrate all of that later. I'm really excited about that feature. In fact, I've been wanting to review this router for a long time, but one of the main reasons I've been wanting to review it is to check out this edge guide. Really excited about that. And then you're also getting this little wrench right here to install router bits. I will say one thing I even liked about this wrench, just first impressions, is on the wrench it says Ryobi ONE+ router. I know that seems really simple, but when you have a ton of power tools in your shop and they all come with different adjustment tools, sometimes you can be like, which wrench goes with which tool? So I'm actually really glad that they put that on the wrench. Very helpful. Then in the battery box, obviously you're just getting the Edge battery and this little cap charger. I've never seen a Ryobi charger like this that just kind of sits on top of the battery. I'm going to start charging this battery up so it's ready to go, but just kind of an interesting thing that I've never noticed before. So that's what comes in the boxes. Really quickly, let's go over the basic features of this router. Pretty simple, but I just want to point out a couple of things. Right up at the top, you got your toggle switch for on and off. I like that a lot. Right below that, you have your variable speed. I talk about this a lot, but it's very important that your router, especially a trim router, has variable speed. That's a feature that you always want to make sure comes on any router because it's really important for the type of bit you're using. If you're using a bit that's taking just a little bit of material off, maybe like an 1/8 of an inch round over, it's not removing a lot of material, you want to speed that bit up. However, if you're using a bit that's going to take off more material, let's say like a 1/2 inch round over or a big like flush trim bit, then you're going to want to slow your router bit down a little bit. So it's kind of giving your bit time to process and not create too much heat, too much friction, which will lead to smoking and the burning of your material, that kind of stuff. So you got variable speed. That's really, really good. Then moving on down the router, you've got your depth adjustment system. This is almost identical to the Milwaukee M18 router. Let me show you this router. Now, I'm comparing this to the Milwaukee M18 because right now this is kind of my go-to router in my shop. And these are both TTI brand tools. TTI owns Milwaukee and Ryobi. So not super surprising that these are similar. They're not identical adjustment systems, but they're similar. So what you have is you basically unlatch this right here, and then you have your macro adjust. So you can make big adjustments to the depth of your router. But then once you get close enough, you can make the micro adjustments with this dial up here. You can get it dialed in down to the 1/64th of an inch. That's a really nice feature. By the way, also, if you ever have this collar slip a little bit, all you need to do is tighten up this bolt right here in your latch. Once you have your depth where you like it, you just latch it down and you're ready to go. Once again, very similar to the Milwaukee, but this comes at a higher price point. Other features that I'll just show you really quickly. The Edge battery is still charging, so I'll just throw in another battery here. I just want to point out that you get 2 LED lights down here at your bit, one on each side of the bit. I think that's a really nice feature. They only turn on when you turn your router on, but they do stay on for about 5 seconds after you turn your router off. When it comes to exchanging your router bits, you have this little trigger right here, this little button. This will lock your collar in place, and then you can use the wrench that I talked about earlier to loosen your chuck and install any 1/4-inch chuck router bit in your router. That's all pretty standard. One more thing that I want to point out before we look at the edge guide, I like a lot that this base plate right here has one edge that's straight. I think that's really, really nice because if you're wanting to, let's say, route along a straight edge to get a perfectly like straight groove in a board or something like that, that's going to be a really nice feature for you, but it's still not bulky or anything like that. The Milwaukee, it has really just a circular base. I think I almost prefer the Ryobi base over the Milwaukee base. So, all right, let me show you how this edge guide works really quickly. It is super simple to install. First, what you're going to do is take your rods and just screw them in to the base of your router. Up next, you're going to take your edge guide and just run these two holes, these two rods through 2 holes. And then you have these 2 tightening bolts that you install on either side of the edge guide. To get your edge guide in the position you want it to be in, you can just tighten these nuts down right here. And just like that, your edge guide is installed for you to make some straight cuts down your material. Once again, we're about to test this out in a second. I'm super excited to check out this feature. So the first test that I put this router through is I put a 1/4-inch roundover bit in, and then I did some routing on this old butcher block that was some scrap that I'm actually going to turn into some floating shelves. If you want to check that out, there will be a short in my shorts section of my channel that you can find it at. But anyways, this router did great. Plowed right through there. Also the edge battery, I've got it charging up again just because I used it when it was almost dead, but edge battery gives plenty of power. You can tell that this tool gives plenty of power. There's a couple of spots where there was some burning. That was actually just because I'm using a dual router bit, nothing to do with the router here. So yeah, next thing we're going to test out is how this edge guide works for making some straight routing grooves. So let's check that out now. Hey, quick time out before I give you my final thoughts on this router. If you are like me and you love power tools, woodworking tools, really kind of tools of all kinds, and you're always looking for a good deal on some tools, you've got to check out my free tool deal email list. About 3 to 5 times a week, I'll send the best tool deals that I'm finding straight to your inbox, and I'd love to just kind of share these deals with you. So if you're interested in that, check out the first link down in the description. You can sign up for my free tool deal email list. And hey, I promise I won't spam you. Just awesome deals about 3 to 5 times a week. All right, let's get back to the video. Let me give you my final thoughts on this Ryobi HP router, and then I'll compare it to the other 2 cordless routers that I already had in my shop. Things I like, I love the base that gives you a square side. I love all of the mechanics, the depth adjustment, the variable speed. Those are all really good, really ergonomic, really user-friendly, and you can just tell they're made with high-quality materials. I love the edge guide feature. This is a great, great feature. I love the way it works. This whole component right here, this is all metal. The bars are metal, the edge guide's metal. I think that's just really, really good and a really great feature to have on a trim router like this. And honestly, it's very comfortable in the hands. One of the gripes that I had with the brushed Ryobi router when I reviewed it about 2 years ago, it just didn't feel as comfortable to me. It felt a little like sideways heavy. And for whatever reason, I don't get that with this router. I feel like they kind of centered some things up with this design. And that's with using even a heavier battery in this tool. Overall, I would give this router, I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10 rating. And that's just because I really don't want to give any tool a 10 out of 10 because I feel like things can always be better. But this, at the price point, is amazing, amazing tool. I would recommend this to really any woodworker, anyone who wants a solid high-performance router in their shop. I think you're getting great value with this. Once again, comparing it to this is a solid router, the brushed version. I'll link it down in the description as well. And I think I gave it like a 7.5 out of 10 when I reviewed it. And it's just like a really solid router. I just don't like that it doesn't have a brushed motor. It also doesn't come with the edge guide. And then, of course, this Milwaukee is really solid. Honestly, it's very similar to this Ryobi router. Just comes at a little bit of a higher price point. I think the main difference here is which battery platform you're already on or which one you prefer. I don't really think I could point to things about the Milwaukee and say the Milwaukee is much better than the Ryobi and vice versa. I don't even know if this came with an edge guide, honestly. So maybe the Ryobi is a little bit better. I don't even know. These are both solid routers. All three of these are solid. These are very, very good. These two routers right here will be my new go-to routers in my shop. If you have this router, let me know down in the comments how it's been for you. Maybe you'll have some things to add that people can check out down in the comments. Or if you decide to pick one up, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to know what you think about it once it gets to your shop. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Check out one of these two videos next. Can't wait to see you right over here.